Welcome back. Let's play some more 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. We're starting about a half hour late today due to technical difficulties. That surely will not in any way impact my skill level or performance or my level of salt about the whole ordeal. Aren't technical difficulties fun? So, yeah, I think I'd resolve that since I'm not ranking up anytime soon, let's just play this system and see where we end up. How bad can this be? Okay. I'm confused. I'm even more confused. So, can anything be done to alleviate my confusion here? That's a pawn drop. Yeah, this is not Aigakari with both players having a static rook. But this is fairly common tactic in a static rook opening. And this is another move. And now I win a bishop. Alright, I guess I should just take the bishop. Why not? Okay. So they get a promoted pawn, and now I fork the rook and the promoted pawn. So my opponent, at some expense, has managed a rook exchange. And they're going to get to drop something in my camp, and I'm going to be okay with it somehow. I will cope with having this attack to deal with. Maybe I should have advanced my bishop instead of retreating. And by maybe, I mean almost certainly. But I don't know. Maybe I'll learn over time to play good moves. They're certainly gonna, like, I'd be tempted to play bishop, or silver drop here, rather. It's even more tempting now. If I drop the knight, they drop the silver. My attack is rebuffed. Alright, I'll take the slants. And then we'll do bottom lance. And if they get tricky, I get to drop a pawn. Unfortunately, knight drop. Well, okay, is losing my rook such a bad thing here? Losing the rook for a really nice attack is probably worth it. Problem is that knight drop gold over does not continue an attack.
7分。
So I still have a half-baked idea of how to attack here. It's not a fully formed attacking idea. I need to escape my bishop. So we'll do that. Yeah, all my commands are down at the moment due to technical difficulties. You could use exclamation point quote, but that'll only get the quote that I've loaded for us today. Yeah. Yep, that's okay. I have to figure out, am I even going to try to recover that server? Or is it just not worth recovering because it didn't provide enough value to be worth recovering in the first place? I'm going to line up with this king and threaten to drop a knight, and then threaten to take this lance. Oh, this gold could just fork my dragon and knight. Then I go back, and it takes the knight, and I take the lance. If they do nothing, I have silver drop here. So this is why they act right now. I react by cutting out the lance so that this point is not as vulnerable as it could be. Right. Yep. And now we lose the game somehow. Defense is not really a strategy in Shogi. I keep explaining this time and again to people who do, like, attempt defense when other possibilities are available. But now that I find myself in this situation, what do I do? Look, I'm such a hypocrite. But what can I do here? Really? Like, I have this, and then I could topple this from the inside, but this is going to take forever. I guess maybe I'm threatening a bishop drop, but how effective is that? And then, like, here my best move is to try to open the line for my rook. But this is glacially slow. There's no way my attack ever lands here. We can pretend that I have an attack, and maybe my opponent might humor it. But they should just get on with what they're doing here. Yeah. That's a mouse slip, but not one that seems to have mattered. Again, we'll pretend that I have something here. If they just keep attacking, they win. If they try to defend, they lose. I think they just had to move this pawn over. I'm not sure that claiming all these pieces is something that's useful for them. Now there's going to be a fork right over here that wins my piece. But it's okay. Because I'm not counting pieces. Oh, maybe it's not okay. Because I'm out of defensive pieces. Um... On a positive note, thanks for the game. This wasn't an opening loss. Yay. Yeah, this is just a complete failure in understanding on my part. I got a good opening position. Good luck. I just had no clue what I'm doing. It wasn't a fault of the opening. Long live the opening. Because really, is there anything more to Shogi than openings? Like, you assess that it's a good game if you played the opening well. And you complain if you didn't play the opening well. That's what there is, right? This point's weak. Okay, they defend it. So we're going to use this ancient strategy known as climbing silver, where we bring a silver general up the board and make threats with it. Okay. Well, so far so decent. I have a feeling that I've missed something here. I've missed the boat. Okay, how do I play this? I feel like it might matter if I play a good move here. Might not, though. I might have already effed this up beyond the point of no return. I have no idea. Rook drop, stuff hangs everywhere. Whatever. Let's go. I could have sworn, and maybe I'm mistaken. Like, I was recently reading Fourth File opening strategy, and it explains how to defend against some of my kind of stuff. And it explains don't fall into all these various traps. And I think I've set one of these traps that they've fallen into. I could be wrong. Um,
7分。
Whatever. Let's go. This doesn't seem too nuanced, does it? And just take stuff. And keep taking things. They might take my lance, but I could take this promoted pawn. March my silver toward the middle a bit. I guess this bishop could get out and maybe threaten something. Yeah, this is better because this threatens a lateral attack on my castle. Do I just take this pawn? Hmm. Yeah, I sense lance drop might have been smarter. Whatever. This dragon doesn't belong there anyway. I guess we'll just take this. Like, what was that silver gonna do anyhow? Silver didn't really have much of a future. Um, evict this dragon once more. Now this bishop is the only thing holding their back rank together. Just keep taking. Gold drop is mildly interesting. Do I sack my gold here? Bishop takes, I take this knight. I don't think I have a
5分。
threat after that. Um, Alright, fine. You can exchange 2 for 1 out here if you want. I don't think they'll take me up on it. And they don't. Um, hmm. How dangerous is this position? Looks pretty dangerous. Oh, this sucks. Fine. We'll play the boring move of just heavily reinforcing this shape. And now I can fork the knight and dragon. Yeah, I know, right? I'm just really bad at attacking and really good at taking stuff. So I have to... This doesn't work, does it? Um... Yeah, I don't know. Like, they drop one pawn and my entire attack is over. This is why you don't defend. Defense never works. Yeah, they're playing well. If I take that, I'm sealing my own demise, so let's not do that. Um, yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover. Imagine if you could, though. That'd make reviewing books so much easier.
3分
Am
2
I
分30
mated?
秒
I'm not seeing how I made it here. So we're gonna push. Granted, I don't see how my attack works either, but one problem at a time. Do I run? Do I take?
2分
They have a bishop they can drop. Well, I don't profit from taking, so let's not take it. Now I'm threatening gold drop, silver drop, pawn mate. That's a threat. If gold drop pawn up nullifies my threat. No, actually, silver, king. Yeah, no, my threat doesn't work. Why did I start with the gold anyway? Like, starting with a pawn makes more sense. It's not like the silver's hanging or anything. Alright, well, now I have a bishop.
1分30秒。
Bishop, silver, gold pawn, but you can't mate with the pawn. Um,
1分。
this is spooky. There's me playing a defensive move that's gonna spell my doom. Unless I got things exactly right. Um, this is forced.
30秒。
Forced. I don't know what I can do here. Like, I could maybe win the dragon?
20秒。10秒。
Oh, wait, that's mate. Never mind. I tried. I failed. Thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. Good luck. Should we round things out with an opening loss now? We've lost every other way. It would only be fair. I actually got them to retreat. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm playing now. Fuck if I know. Yeah, like, this is perplexing to everyone. It's the only reason I'm continuing to move fast, because if I stop moving, then this position sucks. But as long as they keep blundering, you know, I actually have something here. If they can just, like, make a few dozen more blunders, I might have a chance. Um... Oh no, they got a dragon. Woe is me. Although, honestly, maybe I should care. Do I have a single good move in this position? I mean, resigning is a move, right? And if there's one thing Shogi Dad has taught us is that we should just resign. Clearly, that's what I should do here. Maybe not explicitly. Explicit resignation might not be so bad. Did I give away a piece there? I wasn't counting. Alright, we'll run away. Make a hole for the king to escape to. And then with these dozens of pieces that are hanging, maybe conjure some threat. I don't know. Yeah, let's just concede. Thanks for a game. Alright. Well. I don't know why I call this series Road to Tudon. It's a bit perplexing, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Have a good day.